Hello everybody, how is it going? So today we're playing a little bit of Enel in OP07. Enel gets a good amount of cards. They're all kind of just generic, like yellow staples. I feel like Bandai just loves giving yellow good cards, and that's fine. I don't know where exactly he stands in this meta, but I feel like he's got to be probably near the top with Enel. I don't know exactly what else is very good. I think Bonnie's very good this format. I think obviously Gecko is probably still good. Lucci's probably good. Who else? I don't know. Those are the ones that come to my mind. But yep, we're playing some Enel today. There's this game against zoro&sanji playing the Warlords engine, which I think is a really cool deck. I'm kind of just really happy to see blue playable, and like it seems pretty solid with Boa, Dofi, and zoro&sanji. So that is very cool. What else? Oh yeah, and I have I think 2 games against the Vivi. There was 3, but the games just take a very long time, so I cut it down to 2 just because Vivi is kind of a grindier deck. So is Enel, so we're kind of games just take a very long time. Yeah, my opponent has a seemingly like a pretty crazy start, I'd say. Jinbei into Weevil 2 turns in a row. Got very wide, very fast, having a 6Ks and 5Ks. Very solid. Definitely kind of, where you want to be against Enel. I also don't have a ton of cards in hand. I've been, like, countering a little bit just because of Pudding. Getting hit by Pudding is, like, brutal. But, the more I think about it, like, it might not be that bad. It might be okay to just counter just maybe 1 or 2 attacks. I think that's all I've really done. I'm not sure. I was kind of yapping, but yeah, he's in a pretty solid spot, I'd say. I assume he's gonna at least clear my Gadatsu. If he just swings at it, I'm just letting it go. I mean, at the current moment, I have a 1k worth of counter in my hand, so I'm not defending anything. I'd rather just take a bunch of life hits, hopefully get a trigger. We have the ace to heal ourselves. I don't think we can ace next turn, though. Because we should be on, what, 9 Dawn next turn? Yeah, we'd be on 9 Dawn next turn. So we might just end up big momming again. And unless we find something else. We do get the Shirahoshi trigger, which is nice. Just debating what I want to let go. I think Katakuri isn't super important in this matchup. Yes, I could have played him next turn. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. I maybe should have kept the Katakuri, honestly. That might be a misplay. Just because I got the Shirahoshi trigger. But I just have faith, My life will bail me out. That's always the mentality. But right here, he can go for 2 more swings, technically. He can go 1 Dawn on leader, and then restand one of his characters by bouncing the Buckin he just played. Kind of a cool card. Has synergy with the 4-drop Weevil. Kind of works pretty well in this deck because you can play it into the Weevil, and then you can restand the Weevil by bouncing the Buckin. But yeah, I play just another 7 Mom, and now I'm like, I could just try to randomly go for game, but we should probably clear at least 1 or 2 bodies if I can. We have some counter in hand now. We have 2 1Ks, a 2K, and the 0 cost event. So we're like reasonably safe. I'm sure one of these bodies is going down, so we're just gonna have to be a little bit careful. We could definitely just die. That is possible. But I mean, again, there is always the NL factor, or just the yellow factor in general, where we're like, my life can just bail me out. So we're playing towards that. I do think it was better to keep the 8-cat and then just, put Shirahoshi back in life. It was probably better. But I kind of figured he wouldn't want to trash his life, because that means if I just survive this turn, I just go for game next turn, and I don't know if he's going to be able to set up enough defense to really deal with that, but we'll finally take that hit. I thought about using the trigger just because, you draw 1, and the Frankie just plays itself out. But I was like, it's probably best to just hold the 2K in hand. Let's just have as much counter as possible. He did already leader swing, so it's just the next 2 attacks. I just have to get out of one of them. And I don't think, they play any rush characters. He may be undercommitted a little bit here. I feel like he could have went maybe just 1 more Dawn on Weevil, and then he could have went 9-10. That was probably better. Uh, yeah. Maybe he just thought he was gonna live one more turn, but with 5 cards in hand, and you put me to 0, obviously I just have to go for game. So probably was just a slight misplay. Should have probably went 9-10. And my life was a Gadatsu, so I think I do just die to that. So yeah, just a little bit of a misplay. He just drops his counter there because the rest of his hand isn't counter, and we end up taking it. And moving on to the Vivi. I will say Vivi is like really cool. Like playing against this person kind of made me want to try it. Like I might have to. It might end up being a video. But yeah. Honestly, lately I've just like when I sit down to play One Piece, I don't know what it is with the game right now. I think it's just me. Like I think the game is at a good spot with 6, and it's probably just as well, even more diverse in 7. Obviously the structure deck just came out, but I just I've been just trying to find a deck that I have a lot of fun with, and that's hard to find. I don't know, which kind of sucks, but it's probably just me. I do have fun with Enel, but obviously I'd rather play other decks. But here we are, back to the games. He's kind of just done nothing. Plays down a Boa. That's pretty good. I think I love Boa as a card. Like, such a cool card. It's just works perfectly with like Dofi, where it doesn't eat up all your Dawn. It's a good top end. It's just like a mini 10-drop Dofi. So works well with Dofi. Obviously works well with Vivi, because you can give it rush if you need to. I always feel like the rush part of Vivi is just like, it's like okay. It's just the fact she like draws a card with it is so good, because it just lets her accumulate a ton of cards in hand, which is super nice. Yeah, we 7 Mom. He trashes his life. That's completely fair. He's a 5-life leader. Oh wait, no, he healed us. My bad. Yeah, interesting. I'm gonna have a lot of health. We get a Shirahoshi trigger. That's cool. I just cycle out the Shirahoshis. We find a Raigo, which I assume will be important at some point. We're still at 4 life, so we really don't want to, like, if he plays like a top end here, we don't really want to Raigo and trash 3 of our lives, but it'll definitely be good. I always find with Enel, like, Raigo does feel awkward at times, just because on my bigger Dawn turns, I almost always just want to play a top end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really want to spend 6 Dawn and then like have like 4 to do nothing with. So it like has its spots where it's like, yeah, if you Raigo their top end and then you just don't die because you're Enel. So fair enough. Like it's good when it's good. Right here I just end up swinging 14 at the Boa because I can't play the ace and I have no other top end, and I'm like, I'm not gonna rest my Big Mom, or at least I don't want to, because I'd rather him just hit my life if he's gonna hit anything. But he's going to use a Happiness Punch, -2 to the Big Mom, and then -1 to my leader. I'm not sure exactly how that card works. Like, why couldn't he just -2 to my leader? Maybe it's specifically characters or something like that. But he does end up countering out. He is Vivi. He can build back his hand size. And right here, I'm like, I'm always just thinking about Pudding, and I'm like, I'd rather not get hit by Pudding. Like, that'd be great. But then he just 10-drop Shanks me, which is yeah, that card's pretty good in this matchup. I'm pretty sure it pops all of my top end, but no, I think all of it, right? Because it just pops a 10k or less, and all my top end is just 10k or less. So, yep, we're just gonna play down the ace. You need to have 2 or less life to get the rush, but that's cool with me. I'm just gonna play it. I'm not gonna tap it. So again, he's forced to just swing into my life. Sounds better. I'd love to be at 1 life here, so I could just Raigo without having to worry about it, but it's fine. Honestly, if we're just healing over and over, him having these big bodies is annoying, sure, but like we're not gonna die. He's gonna need a lot of big bodies to really like secure game here, and we're most likely gonna be healing next turn. Not really actually, but we'll probably end up clearing the Boa, which means that even if he plays like another 10-drop here, we're still just completely fine for a long time because his leader can't swing. Which actually, does matter a lot, especially against Enel. It feels like he needs a lot of characters. He needs minimum 3 characters to actually go for game. And even then, it's like pretty scary to do. He's going to play down the Baccarat, which is a 3-cost 4k blocker. and it also, I think, lets him just trash a card and basically get a 2k out of it. It's kind of like the new Ezo, the red Ezo for red green Odin. So pretty solid card, honestly. It's not bad. I think it's it's either 1k or 2k. I just hovered over it and it just escaped my mind. But we're gonna play Yamato, pop the boa, pretty good value, and yeah, we're just gonna swing 6. He's gonna use the Baccarat to make his Gravity Blade a 2k basically. Yeah, the card's pretty good. Like, honestly, just thinking about it, like if you play like a lot of top end and stuff, which Vivi does do, a lot of non-counter, just transforming all that into 2Ks is pretty good. He plays down a Borsalino, no effect, just kind of get bigger bodies on his board. Completely fair. We're just gonna get Datsu the Baccarat and just hit him for 10. Sure. Not gonna tap any of my top end because he does have a 12k body, so very easy to swing into either my Ace or my Yamato, and I'd rather keep those around. I'm trying to think. Oh, does Baccarat also cycle? That's cool. I guess on play you also get to draw 1, discard 1. Right? Oh wait, no, did he just leader effect? He just leader effected. I'm tripping. He just did it very fast. That'd be cool if it did. We get a Raigo. I'm not gonna trigger it because it's basically it's L Thor trigger, and his life is 2, and he doesn't have a 2 cost, so we're not gonna use it. We're getting close to 1 life though, which is great because we can finally Raigo something without feeling terrible about it. So if he does swing with the Borsalino, we'll probably next turn just Raigo the Shanks and maybe just swing into the Borsalino. Could also just go for life, either one. He just goes a ton of down on Borsa. We'll just eat that, and he'll pass with 1 up. So probably has another like happiness punch or whatever. We're going to Raigo the Shanks, and we'll swing a little bit at this Borsalino. If he uses his blocker, we'll probably just go Rest of the Dawn on Yamato, and then just try to clear the Borsa, and then just like 6-5 at leader. If not, I don't know. We'll just hope it works out. Yeah, so he happiness punch -3 to my Ace, so why couldn't he -2 to leader? It must have just been, what's it called? It must be character specific. I ended up going 9 at the Borsa. It might have been better to just go 10 with Yamato, but it kind of ends up being the same thing, because if I went 10 with Yamato, I'd only be able to go 9 with Gadatsu, so 9-10, same thing, whatever. He'll probably use the blocker here, because it makes sense. We'll just end up going 5 at life. He is, his hand size is dwindling, which is good. You know, I feel like it takes a while to actually get Vivi down on cards, because she's drawing 2 a turn, basically. He is definitely thinking about this. I mean, if you're not countering, you're definitely just going to use the blocker, right? I don't think there's a reason to just give up the Borsalino. Okay, he counters using the Gum Gum Rain, +3, and we'll just go 5 at life. Maybe he'll just take a 5k, we'll be happy. Nope, he's going to counter out. Alright, now here's the spot where I get hit with pudding, surely. I'm at like, what, 10 cards in hand? 3, 5, well, I'll never know, because now I'm at 5. I get hit with the pudding. Yep. Honestly, it's probably a little bit late for the pudding to be impactful, just because I have my board kind of set up. I guess he could swing like 12 at the Ace or the Yamato and really just try to clear it, but ends up just going 8s at the Gadatsu. We'll let it go. That's cool. And still has 4 Dawn to work with. Not sure what he's going to do here. Nothing. He only has 2 cards in hand. I'm just going to 7 Mom. He heals me. Cool. We'll just go 10 at Borsa. And then we can also go like 12 at Borsa. Or just 10 again. And then go 7 at life. Whatever we want to do. I think this spot now is, we're pretty secured for the game. It does end up blocking with the Baccarat. So we'll just use the rest of our Dawn to clear the Borsa. And we'll just go 5 at life. Does take that. We'll pass it back. And, I mean, we're looking good. He only has 1 attacker. We have 2 life, which is Enel 3 life. So we're chilling, honestly. plays the Shanks. It's not bad. It clears my ace, but we're just going for game. He only has 3 cards in hand. I don't think there's much he can do. It's funny, after that mulligan, I ended up finding all 4 of my veggies. Like, I just realized that now. I don't even think I realized that during the game, but that is funny. We go in for the rematch. I'm not sure. Yeah, he chose to go second. Okay, so I get to go first. That's cool. I am playing the Sabo, which I was kind of iffy about, but I feel like in some matchups where like they're not hitting your life, it's a super nice card. Like, just popping a 5-drop is really good, and trashing your life as an L, it's kind of whatever. At least you're getting value from it, because like, you know, at some point you probably want to Raigo if they're playing any amount of top end. So just getting yourself to 1 can be good sometimes. Obviously you want to heal at 1 with like Yamato and stuff, so yeah. But we're just gonna, so we swing 8 turn 1, we're gonna swing 10 turn 2. Yeah, I mean, nothing better to do. I really don't want to play Shirahoshi. To be fair though, it's not the worst, just because the only top end I have in hand is the Katakuri, which has like no good value right now. It could be good into like a 7-drop Borsalino if he is playing that, but Borsa, I mean, it could be fine if he plays it like next turn, and then we get to respond with 8-cat. But for now, we're just gonna swing 12. Yeah, I mean, in a matchup where their leader can't attack, I can kind of do this. I feel like if he like just never played a blocker, I could probably just continue swinging all of my Dawn at leader. And I mean, eventually he would be able to counter out of one of them, but obviously he's playing blockers, so we're not going to be able to do this the whole game. And I do think he's playing Shiraya, which is like really good against me just going Dawn on leader. So yeah, he does swing 6. I want to take it, but again, pudding exists. I'd rather not get my hand ripped apart. But honestly, how bad would pudding really be? Just because, you know, honestly, you know, I don't really have any top end. So, like, just getting the mulligan into any piece of top end would be cool. You know, 8-cat isn't bad or anything, but it just isn't good in this spot where like 7 mom is, 10 ace is, Yamato is, you know, most of my other top end is just better right now. But we're just gonna Sabo, pop the Shiraya, because I kind of just want to keep bullying down his life. It's looking like he's probably gonna counter. He probably could have just taken the block, but I guess he values having the 2K on demand with the Baccarat, which that's fair enough. I kind of expect to get like 10 drop something here, either Shanks or Kaido or something. Oh, nope, goes 1 Dawn on Marco, attacks me for 7. Once again, I really don't want to get pudding, so I'm going to counter. Next hit, I'll take whatever it is. I doubt he's going to swing with Baccarat, so there probably won't be a next hit this turn. But I mean, that's a decent, you know, Katakuri target in the Boa. It's not the worst. But he does play the Boa, is going to freeze my Sabo, and does give the Boa rush, which, that's cool for me. I'd rather get hit again that turn. And we get no Nami trigger. We're going to pop the blocker. And, okay. Raw play. I'm just going to go 10 Dawn on leader and attack for 15. Yeah, alright. I'm down. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, 8-cat's like, okay. I guess, you know, I put Boa in life, but I've been bullying down life this whole time. Putting Boa kind of feels bad when they have like 20 cards in hand. You know, I'd rather just keep going at life. So fair enough. He's going to go 8 at me. I'm going to take no trigger. And I do get puddinged, but at least I find a Yamato. That's decent. Cannot complain at that draw. I do go minus a bunch, but yeah, I guess it happens. He plays down a Shiraya, which is unfortunate he doesn't have 1 more life. If only I didn't swing 15 last turn, I'd be able to pop the Shiraya with the Yamato. So we're just going to go 5 at life, and then yeah, probably just 7 with Sabo, and then just play Yamato. Can't pop anything with the Yamato, but a heal is a heal. Can't complain. Okay, never mind. He's going to happiness punch -2 to the Sabo. So we're just going to play Yamato and pass. Honestly, I don't mind it. it's nice to just leave my attackers active, so he's forced to swing into my life. I'm still very safe, honestly, so it's all good. We pick up an ace off life. That's very nice. He's gonna shanks my Yamato. And honestly, like, this spot, it's okay. It's a little bit scary, but I think we'll be fine just because we do have a lot of counter. You know, we're gonna heal again with this ace, so I think we're pretty fine. We're gonna swing 10 at life, just hopefully either get him to 0 or like maybe eat a block here or something. Is going to block the Shiraya. Honestly, I'll take it. Because he'll have to probably counter out of both these hits, and we're feeling alright. I did turn my ace sideways, which does feel a little bit bad. It might just die to the shanks, which could definitely suck. I think it would have been fine if I put him to 0 and then, you know, my ace died, but I think it'll be alright. We have a lot of counter. If he just like goes 12 with the shanks. Oh, okay. He is a... So I assume this is a new card. I think it's another printing of Ein. I believe Ein is also the purple 4-drop, but it's a 7-drop, 6k power. Just puts one of my characters to 0. That's pretty good. He just ends up putting my ace to 0 and then swinging 4 at it. Honestly, he probably could have just swung 12 with shanks at it, and I would have let it go, just because I feel like defending it's almost a trap. But yeah, my board is gone. Give me a trigger. It's not a trigger, but that's an ace, so it's something to do next turn. We also pick up a Yamato. I think ace is probably better. I don't know. It actually might be Yamato just because ace can heal unconditionally. When Yamato, you have to be at 1, so Yamato might be better to play here. We're just gonna go 5. He'll counter for 2. Okay, we do end up playing the ace. Well, maybe we'll put him to 0. Hope for the best. We don't really have, like, this list isn't playing Amaru, and obviously Reject is banned at this point, so we're not playing either of those, so we can't really, like, scam games. So maybe this list should have some amounts of Amarus in it, but yeah. And we do put him to 0, which is nice. So yeah, if he doesn't play a blocker now, we just have game. Or at least we rip a lot of cards. Like, honestly, he does have a lot of cards. He has, what, 10 right now. And his board, like, is pretty strong. Like, sorry, had to yawn. I'll probably cut that out. But his board is pretty strong. Like, he could just kind of go for game. And, yeah, a little bit scary. I do have a lot of counter again, but could be a little bit scary. I'm just going to get rid of the Raigo, because at this point I really think I just need to heal every turn, so it's all good. Still has 4 attacks. We have 2 more life, though. Ooh, I get with pudding. Yeah, I don't have much counter now. This could be scary. I have like 4k worth of counter. He could go for it. He definitely could. But he did put himself down to only 3 attacks now, so if neither of my 2 lives are triggers, maybe it works out. I don't know. You'd have to go like 8 here with Boa. I would probably take, maybe. Nah, would I take? I could get out of it. I'm probably not supposed to take it, and then I'd just, you know, go for game next turn with the ace. So yeah, never mind. I guess he could go like 9, and then I just get out of the last attack. So yeah, never mind. We're probably just alive at all times. If he like poked with 5 with pudding, but that wouldn't make sense because he wanted pudding to rip a bunch of cards from my hand. See, never mind. I think we're just chilling. Maybe he just goes 6 Dawn and Boa, attacks ace for 14, which would clear it, which is not bad. And then if he can get out of like the 15k swing for my leader, it could work out. Only goes 12. Should have just went 14. Unless he needs to leave Dawn up for events, which I guess is fair enough. But yep, my ace survives, and I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm just gonna put 10 Dawn on ace, and hopefully he doesn't have enough. So yep, we swing for 20. So it starts off with the Bad Manners kick course into another one. So is at 11. He's gonna happiness punch -2, -3. So he's 6 off now. He could get there. Another happiness punch puts it to 14. And then needs 2 2Ks here. Or another Gum Gum Rain that puts him to 14. And then just a 1K. And a 2K. And then we just attack 5 with leader. But still, he got all the way to 20K, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, for now, that's the video. I'll throw up the deck list. It's an L, you know? It's just an L with like the new good yellow cards they got, you know? Got Raigo and EBO1. I'm just trying right now to find, I think, a deck that like I really have fun with. I need Red Green Law back, honestly. But yeah, I think maybe that's why I haven't been uploading a ton, so that's my bad. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a great day.